You are watching 2 Plus U Nevada, and I am so excited to have Tony Fiannaca, Chief Design Officer of Sparks Florist, joining us again this afternoon. Tony, thank you so much. I always love it when you come because it's so beautiful.
Well, thank you for having me again. I really appreciate the opportunity to get to show you some of the beautiful things we're doing for Mother's Day and talk about one of our really special events we're going to hold on both the 9th and the 10th. We're doing a petals and pastry workshop. So you get to come in, build some arrangements, and maybe have a little sweet treat and take your arrangements home with you. So,
oh, that's awesome.
I know.
Talk about the perfect Mother's Day event too, to just take your mom and go have fun, or just send your mom so she has fun and has time away from the kids.
We have a great time. I love the chance to get to talk to people because most of the time I get to build all these beautiful pieces, but you don't always get to see a lot of people. So it's great to be able to have the chance to teach people and show them some of the finer points about flowers and how to handle them.
I absolutely love this. So before we get started on actually doing, let's take a look at these beautiful arrangements that you also brought with you, because these are options for Mother's Day.
Yeah, so these ones are great. We have our spring collage, which is a favorite of mine. This one just features a whole variety of spring flowers and colors. We have beautiful orchid plants, which I know a lot of people will tell me that, orchid plants are really hard to care for, but the trick is actually not caring for them. You want to try to give them a really high humidity area and try to do very small amounts of water when you're actually watering them.
This was a discussion before we even started the segment. This was a discussion, but where is the best place to put an orchid in a Nevada home?
Yeah, I love putting it like in my bathroom is usually the best place because you can get, that nice steam coming off the shower or near a sink. Oftentimes it'll be the best place for a plant like this because they're in the family of air plants, meaning that they absorb most of their moisture through the air, through the humidity in the air.
So if I have my watering day is Friday.
Yeah.
So Friday's my watering day. Is an orchid the type of plant that you want to water once a week, or do you want to skip a week?
It depends on how much you're watering, but typically if you're watering small amounts, and what I mean by small amounts is maybe like a little less than a quarter of a cup, you could get away with doing it weekly. We also want to make sure the water drains completely off, because if those root systems get completely covered and essentially drowned in the water, they're not going to survive that. Mm-hmm. Whereas other tropical plants can handle, having more moisture around and having more water around. Orchid plants are really sensitive in that sense. So you want to do small amounts a little bit more frequently and high humidity.
Let's get started.
We have to. So I've already prepared for us some floral foam. Mm-hmm. The floral foam has been already saturated with water and flower food, so you don't have to worry about that.
Very wet. Yeah. Very wet to the touch.
And what we're going to do, we're going to take our clippers and we're just going to add in our greenery first to create boundary points in our design. So we're just going to cut at a small angle and then push it right into the foam. And we want to insert it in deeply into the foam. So just find a little sprig and give it a cut.
Does it matter how long? And you said cut at an angle? Oh, these cut nice.
Yeah, and you can add it straight in, and you want to push it deep. And if you end up with a situation where you feel like maybe your stem is a little longer than you want it to be, just come back and give it a haircut.
Is this too tall? Should I put it maybe in the center?
Yeah, you can put that in the center.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, see? And then you could even go like this and give it a cut and add it on the side.
Oh, look at that. Okay.
Yeah. So you want to repeat this process until you have the foam lightly camouflaged, so that way it's nice and hidden, but we can still see little gaps where we can see the foam. That's really the important part here.
And you were telling me that the gaps around the cup are by design, so that way you could stick your finger in the cup to see how high the water level is.
Yeah, we don't want to surround the entire container with foam. We just want to make it so the brick can't move inside the container. And the little areas on the side are called reservoirs. They add a way for the end consumer to be able to stick their finger in and feel that water level. And so that way they can add water to it. So the next thing we can do, we can add any of our flowers in any of the order. It really doesn't matter. What we care about is keeping them within the boundary that we've created with the greenery. So with something like the palms, since there's multiple blooms on a stem, I like to cut it so I can get a couple of insertions, but I'll just add it right into the foam.
And you're not putting it that far in the foam. And do you always cut at an angle?
Always cut at an angle because it'll be easier to stick it in.
Oh, okay.
If we cut it at a blunt edge, what'll end up happening is you'll have a lot more trouble getting it to wiggle into that foam. And the deeper you can get the stem of the foam, the better.
That was my next question.
Yeah.
Okay, so you really do want to push it down.
Yeah, because your flowers are going to drink more water if it's deeper in the foam.
Understood. Oops,
Yeah.
but I just broke one.
Oh, that's okay. Just give it a new fresh cut, and then we'll add it right back in.
Is it okay if they're one at a time
Yeah.
on these?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so what's next?
Let's do our roses. Now, these roses are a beautiful variety called Country Blue. They're one of my favorites, and they have this really cool kind of furl to them.
I love that.
So let's just make sure that when we cut it, we take off any of the foliage that might go into the foam, and we'll stick it right in like this.
Okay. And do we want these to be taller because they're going to kind of be the focal point?
Yeah, that's a great idea. If we keep them just ever so slightly higher, it'll make people focus on it a little more.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. Now you have the chance to learn how to do a project like this on May 9th and 10th.
Yeah, 9th and 10th, we're having classes. You can register at our website at sparksflorist.com. You can also join our newsletter. There where you can hear about all the different things that we offer throughout the year, because we offer lots of classes all throughout the year.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. We're always thrilled to have you here, Tony.
Thank you for having me again. I appreciate it.
You're watching 2 Plus U Nevada.